YouTube, what it do? It is your boy Benji, and we are back in between the ropes. This is the Ben on TV show, baby. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. We love all things media and entertainment, and we love wrestling over here as well. So we get straight into it, man. Let go. On a Monday Night Raw in beautiful Minnesota. Just kidding, Minnesota. I mean, I'm not gonna talk too much smack. Anyways, the worst general manager in the wrestling and entertainment business right now, Adam Pearce, announces some lovely women and brings them to the ring. We had Iyo Sky here, our champion, our glorious champion, our genius of the sky. She shows up, and of course our EST, Bianca Belair, which actually pulls up rocking a fire outfit. And then for some strange reason, he announces Rhea Ripley and actually mentions her representing the Judgment Day. I don't even know where the heck this guy has been. Like, that's why I tell you, this guy is like literally the worst GM. Brother, do you pay attention to anything that goes on in your show? I mean, these guys have brawls every week. These, like, people are getting jumped and taken out in the backstage. You literally had the entire camera crew, the production staff. They got wiped off the face of the earth. I think they got killed by the Wyatt Six. But this dude just continues to mosey along like nothing's happening. That's official. Anyways, this strange succubus here continues to insert herself into the championship picture. She's actually sick. And for some strange reason, the people in Minnesota are even sicker because y'all booed the EST when she got on the mic and spit straight facts. What the heck's wrong with y'all? Liv Morgan tried to alert y'all a long time ago. For some strange reason, this woman, Rhea Ripley, absolutely is sick in the head. She doesn't understand what it's like and has no purpose in life if she does not have a championship around her waist. She's crazy. I mean, Liv Morgan and them tried to educate her. They tried to just take some time away. And they try. I mean, I don't agree. I would say that I don't necessarily agree with some of the tactics they use because they sent this woman to injury reserve multiple times, but she continued to come back and insert herself into the title picture. This woman is crazy. Liv Morgan took her man, took her friends, everything. Doesn't matter. Rhea Ripley said, the only thing that matters to me is the championship. She's crazy. She's crashing out on these other two women who are supposed to be her friends simply because they are standing between her and a championship. And woman, you gave Iyo Sky the opportunity to become a champion. That's what championships, being around your waist, that's what it's supposed to be. People are going to be gunning for you. People are going to be wanting that. At the end of the day, that's the problem with Rhea Ripley. She's an attention whore. Unfortunately. Ms. Ripley does not know what it's like or does not want to know what it's like if you're not in the spotlight. If she's not being congratulated and celebrated every 5 seconds of the day simply because she is champion, she doesn't know what else to do because when you're not champion, the spotlight is passed on to somebody else. Rhea Ripley has a problem. But for some strange reason, the people of Minnesota don't get it. The people on the internet don't get it. Rhea Ripley is a maniac. She's crashing out. Now she has nothing left. No fans, no friends. Well, I'll take it back. There's a lot of gooners for Rhea Ripley. No friends, no championship. And the last couple people that would have possibly been on her side are now turning as well. Because they see the woman that Rhea Ripley truly is. LOL, I didn't even see that Bianca Belair had like these small details in her fit. I mean, look at this. Dude, her hair says girl. Dude, that's a callback to Bianca at NXT. But anyways, Iyo Sky gets mushed away. And for some strange reason, she continues to be left as an afterthought. As the two women continue to argue, berate one another, and they sign, Iyo Sky sends a dropkick that was so deadly. They're finished. That match, man, I don't know what to expect. It's officially a triple threat. Rhea Ripley just never doesn't get what she wants. I mean, anyways. Another strange thing that's going on Monday Night Raw. Bayley shows up to fight against Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria is spending a lot of her time fighting against a couple opponents here and there on Monday Night Raw. I mean, how many times have you heard Lyra Valkyria talk? Well, she is incredible in the ring. Lyra Valkyria is just not getting the type of recognition I think she deserves. And for some strange reason, we're 2 weeks away from Mania. It does not look like our Women's Intercontinental Championship nor our Women's United States Champion will make it to WrestleMania to defend their championship. I mean, for some strange reason, this match could have been built up and put on WrestleMania card. Nope, didn't. So the women went back and forth and it ended up in another roll-up, which, strangely enough, was what we saw last time these two fought. And Lyra felt like it wasn't legitimate, but, again, she wins by another roll-up. Don't know what happened to Roxanne either. Roxanne just completely disappeared on the face of the earth. She had no problem showing up to Bayley's hometown and distracting her and being the nuisance on her side. And she participated in the Elimination Chamber, but she's nowhere to be found. Alexa Bliss completely disappeared, but whatever. Valkyria wins. This was a really good match. But, again, it's like all of our challengers continue to just fell off the face of the earth. And it doesn't look like Lyra will have an opportunity to defend her belt against anybody because we've been spending a lot of time with her just doing nothing. And for some strange reason, these women are teaming up on Friday as a tag team to fight against Liv and Raquel for a tag team championship. I don't even understand what's going on. This is where the show starts to fall completely off. Luckily enough, the LWO show up and they battle against American Made. And the American Made actually has another superstar joining their squad. Grande Americano. Now, I'm not going to lie. This match was absolutely fuego. Fire. Like, full of stunts. I mean, LWO, those guys can put it together. American Made, sleepers as well. And, of course, the greatest luchador we've probably ever seen. Grande Americano is going to put together some solid highlights. Now, it seems like he is actually closer to American Made than many of us may have been able to let on, because he receives a little rock to put in his mask or something like that so that he could deliver a couple of headbutts and end up winning the match. Afterwards, we see Rey Mysterio talking with Adam Pearce, and he actually gets a match against Grande Americano at WrestleMania 41. I'm not going to lie to you, Rey Mysterio, we might love him, dude, but this guy, he's going to steal some thunder. LWO, you're going to get a couple matches here and there on Raw, but let's not forget about Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio is going to get the big moments. That's just what it is. And yeah, I guess Ivy now just gave up too, and like chasing the championship. She's just going to be the one to help Grande Americano win. I feel sorry for Chad Gable though. I mean, I'm sure he would have loved to have finally got an opportunity to come to WrestleMania, to finally get an opportunity in the PLE. I mean, other than Money in the Bank. And actually get to do something on the grandest stage of them all. But this Grande Americano guy just shows up and steals all Chad Gable's thunder. We later got to see our ring general show up, and Jey finally shows up, and he's serious. A lot of the critique around Jey on the internet has been about how serious he is, his gimmicks, he's joking, how he is on the mic. Jey delivers a heartfelt promo, and I feel like at some point I was kind of lost about what was going on because he was talking about something. Do you know your mom? Do you talk to your mom, Gunther? I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I just seen your mom last week. But it actually did turn into something that was compelling at the very smallest sense. The crowd, for some strange reason, doesn't understand what's going on because these people, like I said, in Minnesota are just not here with us. And they yeeted while this dude Jey was talking about how his brother, Jimmy, received 15 stitches at the hand of Gunther. And Gunther was silent. Gunther was quiet. Because it looked like he finally had done something. Which I think Gunther was open to this whole time. I think he was open to unearthing a different side of Jey Uso. A side of Jey Uso where we're not seeing him play around, laugh around, and lollygag. No, he's serious. He's bringing the pain. The dude even said, man, I'm going to go to sleep the night before WrestleMania, put my head on the pillow, pray to God, and ask for forgiveness about the things that I'm about to do to you as a man. Jey not playing around no more. We're seeing right hand man Jey pull back up. And all it took was his twin brother twin brother Jimmy getting whooped. And now, granted, I would have loved to have seen something like this a long time ago. And my interest is kind of dwindled away when it comes to this. So I'm not really excited. But it was a good moment for Jey Uso. And then we got to see some of our greatest luchadors ever. They battled. And I'm talking about Dom Mysterio and Penta, who were announced right before the show to actually be participating in a fatal four-way match. Finn Balor, Dom, Braun Breaker, and Penta. Now, I'm not going to lie. Dom's always going to cook. But this match ended up in a light Dom L. But I will say something. Dom and this drip has been amazing. I just continue to acknowledge that. But anyways, Penta puts together a show, of course. And he whoops on Dom. And it didn't take him very long to get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. It's good to see that Dom's getting an opportunity. But him taking this L to Penta and then getting split in half later in the match. Following the match by Braun Breaker. It doesn't yield the best results for me. Now, if we can see Sneaky Dom make an appearance and sneak his way to a pin while everybody's getting beat up, while Braun Breaker spears somebody, he could throw Braun Breaker out of the ring and get the Intercontinental Championship, that would be something I would cheer for. That's something I'd be excited for. And Dom actually having something that he can use in order to kick Ben Balor out of the Judgment Day. Brother, you can't talk to me. I'm the Intercontinental Champion. Take heed of my commands. Because when we listen to Dom, we the bomb. Now, that's something I'd be interested to see at WrestleMania 41. Granted, I don't think Braun Breaker's been getting a lot of love as champion because he just shows up, spears people, and asks Adam Pearce, what are we doing? Because all of us want to know, what are we doing? Ludwig Kaiser got on the screen and said, I don't know what I'm doing for WrestleMania because this incompetent GM, Adam Pearce, has not offered me anything. And I agree. What the heck are you doing? Adam Pearce, where is Sheamus? This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm open to the Judgment Day, but I mean, we've been getting teased of the fact of them falling out for months. I mean, prior to last year's WrestleMania, we knew there were cracks in the Judgment Day. So, now I'm turning on Finn Balor. It's not nothing I'm not excited for. And I'm not going to lie to you. I would argue that Finn Balor needs the Judgment Day more than Dominik Mysterio does. People just gravitate to Dom at the very end of the day. He's the one that brought Carlito in. He's the one that got Liv Morgan and them in. People gravitate to Dom. Penta was probably in consideration of joining the Judgment Day. So would Ludwig. Simply because of Dom. Not because of you, Penn. And I don't know what this guy thinks he is doing because, brother, we know that you ain't getting an opportunity. And look, somebody from the Judgment Day has to bring the title home. There's no way we get two people in a match and nobody, like just numerically, nobody gets the opportunity to win. Come on, man. I think it'll cook though. I think it'll be an interesting match at WrestleMania. I don't know why these guys are matching up. Doesn't make any sense to me. This dude, Finn Balor, was literally ready to leave the WWE a couple weeks ago until Dom said, you know what I did? I got you a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. I got you a shot at the Elimination Chamber. It wasn't until Dom got those opportunities that Finn Balor decided to actually realize he may actually have a spot in the WWE that has to do something with besides getting pinned. And this is where the show, I don't even understand what's going on anymore. Paul Heyman shows up and tries to set the record straight for some strange reason about how he will never be disloyal to his tribal chief and how he will never be disloyal to his best friend CM Punk. Well, Paul Heyman, that is a fallacy because the two things cannot be true. You're showing up on the right-hand side of CM Punk, which means you've already become disloyal to the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And Paul Heyman has a history of switching up on people, so I don't even understand what the heck he's talking about. So Seth Rollins comes to save the day, mid-promo from Paul Heyman, and actually a reasonable outfit from some Seth Rollins here, I'm not going to lie. He comes out and just spits straight facts. Puts his finger in Paul Heyman's chest and spits straight facts. Bruh, do you remember what happened after WrestleMania 40? When Roman Reigns lost his belt, he left, and he left you to the hands of the Bloodline 2.0. And when those guys pressed you, when those guys terrified you, what happened? You got put through a table in front of your family in New York. And Roman Reigns was not there to save you. But let's also think about this again. Whilst things were going bad, CM Punk was here and had nothing to do when it came to saving you. You actually ran to CM Punk in the ring and asked for him to take you with him, and he denied that opportunity. These guys are not for you. The reason CM Punk even acknowledged you, even made it a point to mention your presence, was simply because you had an opportunity to allow him something that would help him. You were giving CM Punk an opportunity to help himself. That's it. And even you coming to the ring alongside CM Punk has nothing to do with you getting some shine, because you were going to walk to the ring with somebody. But anyways, all this does is help feed CM Punk's ego and gives him a little bit more ammunition against Roman Reigns. Then Paul Heyman tries to get Buck and act like he's somebody he's not. I understand you're from New York, brother, but you can't talk to anybody like that. Talking about Seth Rollins, get your hands off me. Brother, you can't do that. So Seth Rollins was literally about to take Paul Heyman out. And CM Punk comes and saves the day, the two fight. I mean, CM Punk looks like a deranged person, and he is. He is. And that's why he gets stomped by Seth Rollins. And just when Seth Rollins is about to stomp Paul Heyman moves out of the way. Seth Rollins stops himself, and he says, now you owe me a favor. And guys, now I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm losing my mind. We have a match set up that makes no sense with these four competitors. And I'm going to list Paul Heyman as a competitor, because at the end of the day, he is in competition. All these guys are competing for Paul Heyman's attention. Paul Heyman is going to be nothing but a distraction in this match. These guys are all fighting for nothing. It's literally just pride. Paul Heyman coming to CM Punk's side actually does nothing for CM Punk. All it does is help boost his ego. All it does is help provide him a little bit of psychological warfare against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns should be used to it, though, at this point. Everybody else left you, but you have nobody else on your side. You don't even wear your Ulufala anymore, because you have no tribe behind you. Everybody's gone, doing their own thing. And we have not seen Solo acknowledge this guy yet. So, that was a lie. Brother hasn't even spoke about his cousin, Roman Reigns, working with the ops. I mean, this dude literally wanted to work with Cody Rhodes. You're working with John Cena. These are your ops, Roman. Nobody's on your side. Now, it's possible that Paul Heyman could join the sides of Seth Rollins, because at the end of the day, who could use his win more than anybody? Who could use the tutelage of the wise man more than anybody? Seth Rollins. What could help him go to the next level? The wise man, Paul Heyman. And we know Seth Rollins is no stranger to selling his soul to the powers that be. So, I mean, it's only right. Roman Reigns and CM Punk, I'm sure their beef is a little less crazy and convoluted than Seth Rollins and CM Punk, as well as Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns dynamic. But that's, I think, where the problem is going to lie, because this is going to become a little bit more personal between the two of them, simply because of the catalyst, the wise man. And that's where Seth Rollins sneaks in, stomps somebody out, and takes the W. All in all, this Raw was crazy. I mean, don't know why we have a women's triple threat match. Rhea Ripley, get in the back of the line. You lost. So sad. Why do you get another championship? And of all the places you get a championship shot at WrestleMania, you lost. And then you lost again after Bianca was referee, and you continued to beat her. You kicked her and slapped her. Sorry, disqualification. That's against the rules. You can't do that to the referee. Get her out. But of course, she gets an opportunity to rematch again in a match that had nothing to do with her. She's got to bully her way into an opportunity. Adam Pearce, what's going on, bruh? Do you have a crush on this woman? Why do you keep allowing her opportunities? Anyways, Rey Mysterio and Grande Americano, I'm not mad at that, because Grande Americano, at the end of the day, you are disrespecting the luchador tradition. Even though you might be one of the best, it's right that somebody shows you what time it is. And Rey Mysterio, I mean, what better way to do it than with Rey Mysterio, you know? But that's it. That's my only, bright spots of this. I mean, the New Day even had a match against the War Raiders. For some strange reason, it ended in disqualification. The War Raiders hit... Yo, I forgot to mention that match, but it was such a purposeless event. that it slipped my mind. Why the freak did one of the War Raiders grab a chair, hit, and allow themselves to be disqualified? He hits Kofi with a chair. Boom, disqualification. And of course, when disqualification occurs, titles cannot change hands. So you screw the New Day of an opportunity. The New Day, who's been just completely dwindling into the dust as their amazing turn on Big E. I don't even get what we're seeing on TV nowadays. Because why do they get cooked like this? What do they deserve to get pushed into the abyss like this? Absolutely diabolical work. Don't understand what's going on. Don't know what did we just miss? This is crazy. The tag team, the state of the tag teams are absolutely abysmal. We just saw a crazy match from American Made and LWO, and then we've got this foolishness going on over here where the New Day is battling against the War Raiders, and wow, there's so much potential on the men's side with tag teams. We even saw the Usos reunite the other day. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory show up when Raw goes off the air and get whooped on by a comedian in CM Punk. It's just ridiculous what's going on Raw. Especially in the tag team division. Again, I'm going to continue to mention our women's tag team champions are on Raw. They're going to have a match at WrestleMania. Cool. There's so much of a disparity in regards to tag teams that they have Bayley and Lyra Valkyria teaming up. So instead of Lyra Valkyria potentially defending her in Intercontinental Championship against somebody on the biggest stage of them all, you have her tag teaming with somebody she just beat. What incentive will they have to even win a match as a tag team to defend for the tag team championship? What incentive would that possibly be? And the Secret Harvest is up there. Please do not relegate Chelsea Green's WrestleMania appearance to that being her of a manager of the Secret Harvest. It's just getting ridiculous, man. This is diabolical. What are we seeing? And we're seeing these three people over here fight. When these people could be defending for a championship right now, potentially in a championship match. These guys are battling out over who gets the custody of Paul Heyman. It's just sick. Adam Pearce, you need to learn how to run your show better. Because this is crazy. I'm done.